Please give it up for Marc Ragovin.
You can make as much noise as you want, okay? So right before the pandemic hit, I bought one of these calendars for work, 365 facts a day. You know, you rip it off and it tells you some fascinating little tidbit, like the cheetah's the fastest land animal, right? You know what I'm talking about? Except I think mine came from an infected batch, because this is what I've learned so far. Every year in the US, an average of 15 clowns are seriously injured in balloon animal attacks. The world's greatest ventriloquist gave his own eulogy. To ease his future in-law's fear, rap singer Pitbull told him his real name was American Staffordshire Terrier. Although Germany and Japan were utterly defeated in World War II, they were still awarded participation trophies. And to limit metal usage during World War II, from 1943 to 1945, there was only one side to every coin. Took a little while, but some of them have to sink in. The most awkward event in history, the groundbreaking ceremony at the first shovel factory. It's a visual. With today's super high inflation, many porno films are now limiting the money shot to a firm, heartfelt handshake. Orville Wright and his girlfriend were the first members of the 18 Feet High Club. The biggest opponents of tuition-free college? Strip club owners. All the members of the band One Direction were nearly killed when their tour van's GPS malfunctioned. Lewis and Clark became hopelessly lost on their kids' college tours. The number one reason that most people move to the West Coast is so that during football season they can watch 60 Minutes at its regularly scheduled time. Here's a little secret. No recorded phone call has ever been used for quality assurance purposes. And people, don't be fooled. Your building's elevator inspection certificate is not on file in the property manager's office. After a while, Pythagoras became lazy and just issued a bunch of wild hunches. Show of hands, how many of you came out tonight thinking you'd hear a Pythagoras joke? Amish gangs exact revenge on their enemies with a drive-by shunning. Amish buggies are rarely stolen because it's virtually impossible to hotwire a horse. Ironically, most Quakers don't have time for breakfast. Let it sink in. Let it percolate for a minute. In China, the first tune that beginner piano players learn to master is called Forks. I wasn't planning on doing this one, but since I heard Christian, in Europe, Fahrenheit 451 was issued as Celsius 233. The H.J. Heinz Company once fired Young and Rubicam for creating a baked bean ads campaign that was not enough artsy and too fartsy. Every year, Kraft Foods fires over 200 employees for not drinking the Kool-Aid. Darrell Hammond has said that playing Colonel Sanders in TV ads was the first item on his bucket list. In 2005, 7-Eleven merged with the Wawa chain in what Business Week called the world's greatest marriage of convenience. They're going to get worse. The man who invented corduroy pants always rubbed people the wrong way. Most substitute teachers' life philosophy is seize the half day. NBC says it's planning a new game show for dog owners and their pets called Whose Couch Is This Anyway? The GOP says it is planning a remake of a movie classic called Not Sophie's Choice. This is the edgy part of my set. Thomas Edison took the 1878 Grammy for Best New Recording. Every year, at least one member of Mensa is kicked out of the organization's annual meeting for making too many brain farts. That concludes the flatulence portion of my set, by the way. In 2019, the Home Depot and FEMA teamed up to create a 1 in 500 year floodlight. Every year, iron workers respond to over 50 emergency calls for people who have become riveted to their televisions. Jodie Foster now appears in a 30-second clip before every feature film called The Silence of the Phones. It took Motorola engineer Martin Cooper 6 months of round-the-clock effort to invent the cell phone and 9 months to select his ringtone. Due to a crossing of conga lines, the attendees at the Rabinowitz Bar Mitzvah and O'Brien wedding once ended up at each other's affairs. It's a visual. The fight song of the U.S. Space Force is over there, over there. No, way over there. Keep going. A little farther. And got it. Captain Kirk almost suffered a horrific death on Zebulon 5 when Scotty had his communicator set to straight to voicemail. After Star Trek ended, Leonard Nimoy ran a chain of health clubs called Live Long and Perspire. Manhattan housing is so expensive, the average number of roommates it takes just to rent a studio is 54. I love these ancient references, by the way. New York City subway rats are so numerous, they've now met the threshold for group dental coverage. Under New York City Board of Health rules, starting in 2023, all New York City street rats must be provided with their own dining shed. To promote ridership, the MTA is now offering all New York City subway rats 2 free slices of pizza and a 12-ounce soda with every purchase of a $40 Metro card. It's not a bad deal. The MTA now defines subway panhandling as crowdfunding. New York City subway panhandlers now ask people to add to their blockchain. The slogan of the International Society of Plagiarists is, "Oh yeah, well that's your story." The motto of the American Solitaire Players Association is, "Oh yeah, well one can play at this game." The motto of the New York City real estate developers is, "You give us an inch, we'll put up the world's narrowest 143-story luxury building." That is true. I always throw in a real one in all my sets. That happens to be the true one. The motto of Chabad International, "We put the yes in yeshiva." It's a little Jewish humor. The slogan of the Mafia Horse Training Academy is, "You lead him to water, we'll make him drink." The slogan of the American Seafood Restaurant Association is, "Live by the swordfish." Do I have to finish this one? The slogan of the Association of those Sulfuric Manufacturers of America is, "Don't become part of the solution." No. It's not a good idea. Pharmacologists have concluded that St. Louis is a gateway to more addictive cities. 84% of people say they are repulsed by the thought of putting ketchup on a dachshund. Mr. Softy could never find a barber who would take just a little off the top. I told that joke once before, and the crowd looked, and no, I swear, I don't think anybody had ever eaten an ice cream cone. They were looking at me like, Steve Perillo apprenticed by giving tours of Little Italy. A 2-year-old prodigy was once able to eat alphabets at a 9th grade level. It's impressive. In the Middle Ages, carrier pigeons were known as a data plan. The world's laziest caveman discovered the Duraflame log. A French caveman invented the cheese wheel. The most popular program on Caveman Public Radio? No Things Considered. The most popular song on Caveman Radio for 10,000 years? We Did Start the Fire. Bernie says that now that he is back in the Senate, he's going to spend his time first giving it to the gazillionaires and then ridding the country of 1% milk. Elon Musk's Tesla has an indicator light that flashes red whenever it senses that his accountant isn't working on tax avoidance schemes. Mike Lindell's pillow talk has been indicted for 3 seditious conspiracies. Henry Ford's wife suspected that he was cheating when she repeatedly detected that new car smell on the maid. H.W. Kellogg's wife suspected that he was cheating when the maid repeatedly took 3 hours every morning to clean the breakfast nook. Kellogg's brings the best to you each morning. Picasso's wife suspected that he was cheating when he repeatedly painted himself into the widow next door's corner. Duke Ellington followed up the very popular Take the A Train with the not so popular Take the A Train, except on weekends during the summer from 12 a.m. Saturday to 5 a.m. Monday. For alternate service, take the D to 59th Street and transfer to the N or R, or take the C to Penn Station. Just walk. The Andrews Sisters the Andrews Sisters missed an entire tour when the Chattanooga Choo Choo inexplicably departed from track 28. Anybody feel free to Google it right now. It's fine. They didn't leave from track 28. All of Marlon Brando's chess opponents would resign after waking up with a decapitated knight in their bed. It's a Godfather reference. All right, here's one to test you. Ironically, Sam Cooke scored a 1600 on his SAT. I'm gonna wait. Anyone? Don't know much about history. Don't know much biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know what the French I took. "81% of whitewater rafting guides change career midstream." Unfortunately, the pallbearers at William Wrigley's funeral could not walk and chew gum at the same time. It wasn't pretty. Every year, over 300 people die while responding paramedics argue whether mouth to mouth should or should not be spelled with hyphens. That's a tough way to go, people. Benjamin Franklin's lazier brother discovered static electricity. Johann Gutenberg's jealous sister invented the shredder. Thomas Edison's obnoxious nephew invented the clapper. Thomas Edison's frugal uncle invented the dimmer switch. Before the invention of tear gas, police would immobilize suspects by spraying them with painful childhood memories. Before the invention of the taser, police would stun suspects by bombarding them with outrageous Hollywood gossip. In Alaska, 3 connected blocks of ice on the ground is called a starter home. In California, murderers who suffocate their victims with a plastic bag have an extra 10 years added to their sentence. The town of Incline Village, Nevada can be adjusted to fit your workout needs. Every year, an average of 3 Mount Rushmore workers die attempting to clean Teddy Roosevelt's glasses. The original 13 art colonies were located in New Mexico. There are a lot of art colonies in New Mexico. Texas female college students may not cancel a class after the 6th week of a semester. More edginess. Historians say that Thomas Jefferson only purchased Louisiana because the French displayed it right by the checkout stand. An Oklahoma man once sued Rogers and Hammerstein when his corn grew only as high as an elephant's thigh. After a while, all Nebraska State fairgoers and their corn dogs begin to look alike. Every Iowa State student must take a minimum of 9 semesters of cornhole. Due to a misspelling in the state seal, Minnesota was once known as the land of 10,000 latkes. In Wisconsin, lactose intolerance is a hate crime. Hervé Villechaize's favorite vacation spot was Des Plaines, Illinois. Every year, at least one horse is disqualified from the Kentucky Derby after testing positive for mint julep. In Florida, it's a felony to compare apples to oranges. Under Georgia law, all males over 16 appearing in public must sport at least peach fuzz. Temporary license plates in New Hampshire read, "Live free or slip into a shallow reversible coma." Bath, Maine has been voted the United States least dog-friendly town for the past 50,000 years. It just edged out Nail Clippers, Kentucky. Not a lot of dog people in this audience, I guess. Every Vermont home is metered to measure maple syrup usage. One of New Jersey's most endearing tourist spots is the place on Chris Christie's face where all four of his chins intersect. For my friends from north of the border, the town of Medicine Hat, Alberta is on auto refill. All right, I'm going to leave you with this because this is my favorite joke of all time. Actually, it's not. But what the hell? John Jacob Jingleheimer. No, don't, not until I'm done. No. You're going to want to write. You have a pen, right? You're going to want to write this one down, trust me. Did you pay the check? You're okay? You're good, all right. And I'm just warning you, this guy, he's going to be bolting out here so fast. Ma'am, stay seated. I know the Mets are on, so are you a Met fan? No? Okay. Where was I? Oh, John Jacob Jingleheimer. That's right. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt holds the world's record for most frequent victim of identity theft. Sir? Thanks a lot, guys. You've been a wonderful audience. Get home safe.
Guys, that was Marc Ragovin.